To those of you who were born between let's say 45 and 1975, if you were born between that time, you know how to work. Why do I say that? Well, because when I first got married, 100 years ago, I would get up at the crack of dawn, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was up earlier than that. I was up about 3:30, quarter to 4. I would be to work by 5:30. I would prepare my load for the day. Then I would head out. I would usually do anywhere from 85 to 160 stops a day. I generally worked a 12 to 13 to 14-hour day. When I got home, I did other things at the house. I did chores. I did housework. I mowed lawns. I took care of a garden. I did all kinds of things outside. I planted trees. I built a fence. I built a greenhouse. I did all these things. That was just natural. As long as it was daylight outside, I was working. I was doing something. If I wasn't working outside, I was playing with my kids. I don't remember a day that wasn't 14, 15, 16 hours. I don't remember that. Ever since I was 10 years old, I've always done jobs that required long hours. So I am perplexed because I found out that the local people who do snow plowing can only be out on the roads. The DOT allows you 10 hours of drive time, but they generally work anywhere from 8 to 10-hour shifts and then go home and rest. When I was driving a tow truck, I remember 14, 15, 16-hour days until the DOT stepped in and said no more. And if the DOT hadn't said anything, we would still be running those long, hard days. But here's the thing that I want to focus on. Today's worker goes to work, and if they hear something that's offensive, then the next day they got to take a personal day because they got to get feeling better, or they got to go to a safe space, or they've got to have a conference with the management, and then the person who said something bad has got to apologize. Now, all of these things to me are preposterous because I used to get called bad names by my boss. I used to get called bad names by the customers that I serviced. I used to get called bad names when I was driving a tow truck. I've been called bad names almost my entire life. I'm not worried about it. People are stupid. They say stupid things. It happens. But the thing that really frustrates me is you have these kids who do not know how to put in a full day's worth of work. They work a couple hours and then they got to go take a half-hour break. And then they work a couple more hours and then go take another break. When I was teaching my kids how to work, we didn't do that. I tried to push them as hard as I could because I knew that when they got out into the real world, they weren't going to have it easy. And I didn't want them to have it easy. I wanted them to be successful. Unfortunately, we have far too many people who are allowing their children under the age of, let's say 7, under the age of 7. They are giving them screen time and lots and lots and lots of it. The problem with screen time is that you are robbing the children of their ability to create with their imagination. You are robbing them from reading. You are robbing them from play. Having a child sit in front of the screen and be entertained by that screen is detrimental to them in the long run. And realistically, we need to stop it. We need to get kids back outside playing and having fun and adventuring and doing things that are exciting, not watching freaking movies all day long. And kids, don't be afraid of work. It's really not that bad for you, I promise.